Right, so I'm going to have to put up on YouTube all my letters that I can pretty quick because I'm getting an injunction against me, silencing me from all literature and all publications. So I'm trying today to re-upload my letter to Donald Trump, and here we go. I write this letter while waiting for the police service of Northern Ireland to arrest me for a historically accurate speech I made in Belfast on the 6th of August 2017, available to view on YouTube. Since President Trump retweeted Britain First, my state has unleashed all its Stalinist force on every speaker at this anti-terrorism rally to prevent the truth from coming out. In particular, the PSNI insist on dragging all accused persons to Belfast in order to put us in front of non-jury courts manned by activist judges. I pose the question, if our offences are so egregious, why has it taken 5 months for the police to act? It is vital to learn the lessons of history, from biblical times through Plato to the Romanticists and Marx. Humanity has craved utopia. Unfortunately, when you ignore Aristotle's reality, these utopias inevitably result in murderous tyrannies. Today, the West political and educational system has been infested with a postmodernist Marxist utopianism, to the extent that Comrade May wants to progress down the Marxist utopian path, led by the Marxist extremists of Sinn Féin, Scottish nationalists, Unite Against Fascism, Hope Not Hate, all wrapped up in the communist politically correct cloak of equality, diversity and tolerance. Theresa May stares into the communist utopian tyrannical abyss at every turn, be it on the opposition benches, in our universities, churches, or the incestuous Marxist snake pit of fake news, namely our media, including the British Bullshit Corporation. Despite having a copy of the James Damore Google memo, which I sent them, Comrade May continues to march the West's economy down the insanity hole called the gender pay gap. A previous tilt at equality of outcome caused President Clinton to insist the banks alter their mortgage lending criteria, resulting in the subprime crisis, the international banking collapse, an 8-year recession, and a looming debt calamity. Replacing highly intelligent committed men with less intelligent random women, LGBT or BAM, for the sake of equity, will destroy our economy, hurting us all, including women, LGBT, and black and ethnic minorities. Any system that keeps the brightest and best out of any position is wrong. However, everyone should be free to make all the profit they are capable of, so we can tax them. The Marxist quest for equality, or equity, has proven to be a genocidal failure, while capitalism has lifted humanity to a living standard undreamt of in previous generations. Being reviled and opposed by the abyss-dwelling Marxists in Para 4 proves the James Damore Google memo should be thoroughly investigated to finally put to rest Keynes' envy of success and Set's murderous quest for power. Further to this, the Muslim Brotherhood-trained Edward Said debunked Samuel Huntington's Clash of Civilizations by deploying the Marxist tropes of racism, sexism, and imperialism. This, coupled with the fiction that all religions are the same, blinds the West to the truth about Islam. While Jesus was all but a peacenik, Muhammad was a slave trading, wife-beating, child-abusing, mass-murdering, expansionist, terrorist warlord. Just read the Islamic text and look at the news. You can see that Edward Said was wrong. The core texts of Islam create hell on earth. The Quran and Sharia impose a mind-numbing tyranny that outlaws alcohol, dancing, art, music, and free thought or criticism. They indoctrinate their followers with a hatred of the other, kafirs, with no temporal reward. Islam instills a longing for the promised eternal pleasures of the martyr's afterlife. Any person endeavouring to educate the populace about the dangers of Islam, as the dancing girls of Mecca were, are immediately branded as racists or Nazis and face cruel oppression at every lever of my state. A state that, from the Home Secretary to the Prime Minister, deliberately ignores the violence inflicted on the homegrown populace, proving it to be a state that hates its own people. Pictured on the letter is the EDL demonstrating against Muslim grooming gangs alongside a Sikh. The EDL is not racist. Paul Weston also has a tweet on this page. It says, I have just received a letter from Sussex Police reference to Freedom of Information request on hate crime statistics broken down across race and religion. They tell me there is no provision for anti-white, anti-English hate crime, so cannot answer that particular question. Ignores the violence inflicted on the homegrown populace, proving it to be a state that hates its own people. I also put on this letter, feel free to check my words with Dr. Warner, Robert Spencer, Gert Wilders, and Pamela Geller, all banned from the UK by Comrade May. Copied to President Trump, Theresa May, Tony Hall, who is the director of the BBC, Damien Green, who currently has just resigned from Cabinet, and David Davis, who is the Minister for Brexit. Thank you. I would appreciate a share and a subscribe, and we'll see where we go from here. Thank you. Bye-bye.